Hello there guys, welcome back to the e-bike repairs YouTube channel. My name's Dash and I take apart and fix very fun and exciting things. So bike batteries, motors, scooter parts, controllers, all that fun stuff. What I've got in today is something that I decided to buy while I was on holiday. I just got back from a week in Greece, so it's all very nice. This is a Surfwheel. It is a, if I can hold this up in a way that you can see it. How's that? Surfwheel SU electric skateboard, 43.2 volts, 2 amp hour battery, 3-pin charger. It's essentially a rip-off of a one-wheel electric skateboard, which is obviously a very cool thing. And I was thinking to myself, I was on holiday, I was on this little Greek island, and I had no way to get about, and I thought, I wish there was something I could put in my bag and have a removable battery of under 99 watt hours to ride around. Now this won't be under 99 watt hours, but anyway, I impulse bought this, broken on eBay. They said apparently it works if you plug in the charger. I paid, what did I pay? 60 English pounds for this. So it's a hub motor wheel in the middle with a solid tyre, not a pneumatic tyre, nothing like the size of the one wheel tyre, which is much bigger. But it doesn't work. So this says it's 43 volts, 43.2 voltage. The charger here says 51.1 volts out. It's all very interesting. So let's just pretend for a moment that plugging in the wrong charger doesn't do anything horrible to things. But someone's already plugged this in, so let's plug that in. We get a little green light on the charger. Probably a little bit hard for you to see, but there is a little green light on the charger, indicating the charger's powered up, but it's not charging. If I press the on button on the side here, not a lot really happens. I think there's speakers, I think it's meant to make a noise. Now, the charger is showing green. If I spin the wheel, which I'd imagine the battery's completely dead, probably. If I spin the wheel, that will backfeed a bit of voltage from the wheel to the controller into the battery, a bit like regen braking might do. Similar to that. Now, if I do that, the little green light on the charger goes out, and that starts blinking red, indicating the charger is, I don't know, shorted or trying to do something, but you get no red light on the charger. That starts blinking red. Not entirely sure what that means. The red's almost like trying to turn on. I wonder if it should stay red. Yeah, I think it should stay red, because when I spin the wheel, it remains red. There you go. Oh. There's me sort of powering it up a bit. You saw the lights kind of on, hopefully, there. So, there seems to be a problem with the battery, which is, you know, pretty much what the seller described, or the charger itself. Now, who knows? Let's have a little look, shall we? To pop the battery out of this, it appears that it appears to be removable to pull the battery out. 1, 2, 3, 4 little flathead type screws. I don't know whether or not that is how you take it out, but we'll find out. If I get, there's one, looks like that's like an M3 thread or something like that. Put them over there. Probably should be using a bigger screwdriver, but you know, this is what was next to me. 2, 3, and 4. And they're all identical screws that should, theoretically, pop out. Oh, there you go, it does, it pops out. There's a reset button on it as well. All very interesting. So we've got, I think that's the same as a high-long discharge port, or something like a Harbour serial port. Let me see, I had one kicking around. There we go. It's similar to one of those. It's not quite the same, but similar. Almost looks like a thing out of a computer, doesn't it? So I see and 2 ports there. Now, do we get any reading at all on the meter? You can see that all right. Good. 2 volts. It's not enough. Not enough volts. Let's crack this open then. What I'm going to do is just shift that that way. We can have a proper look at this. Okay, to open it then I see 1, 2, 3, 4 little Phillips head screws, or posies, or JIS, or whatever they might think that they are. I'm using a very worn out posi 2 bit here. Right. And 4. Okay, what secrets await? Ooh, there's all sorts going on there. All sorts. Why won't this bit come off? Secret screw, perhaps? Not there. It's almost like it's attached there. I wonder if these 2 screws need to come out for the port here. They probably do. They are slightly longer. It just seems to be a mishmash of different screws throughout it. Oh, there you go, it comes off. There's our lid. It says PC plus ABS. So if you know what PC is, I'll tell you one. And then it's also ABS. I know what ABS is. It's fine. There's little strengthening jobbies there. And then we've got this. So that's the reset switch there. Whatever that does. Okay, I see some nice big beefy MOSFETs. I see a thermal temperature sensor. Our charge pins will be the little ones on the board there. So I see CH minus and CH plus and another CH plus, for whatever reason. We've got possibly a fuse there. Some more of those. These are definitely fuses here, the Z fuses. Balancing resistors. We've got a JST connector here. All sorts of delicious gubbins going on. And obviously our cells live underneath. Can't see the cells, but there'll be a 1P config, I suppose, if they're 2 amp hour. I wonder how many there are. Well, we've got B7, B9, B11, B12, and B10 in brackets, B12. So I'm assuming that's our pos and that's our neg, just there. So if I measure the cells themselves, see that alright? Yeah. And I go between our positive and our negative. Oh, 6 volts. It's not enough volts. Let's have a little look at my JST connector here, see what we're showing. See how many of these I count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Does it use all 13? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. No, it seems to be 11S. What a weird thing to run on. That's so annoying. What runs on 11S? It's hateful. Can't just... yeah, so it's not good for what I want, because what I wanted was something 36 volts, so 10S. And I could put 2 DeWalt batteries in series on, which you can carry on an aeroplane because they're all marked properly. Stick them on this and then have a working thing, but it doesn't look like that's going to be possible, unfortunately, with it being bloody 11S. So let's have a little poke around at these and see what we're reading, shall we? Bugger all. Bugger all. Bugger all. Bugger all. Bugger all. A lot. A lot. A lot. Not a lot. We're seeing sort of half a volt across all these things, which is, at least they're evenly dead. You know? I'll take evenly dead. All down at half a volt. Now, I'm going to do the thing that you can't do, you shouldn't do, because obviously everything will explode, the universe will end, and you'll be in all sorts of trouble from all sorts of people. They'll all come along and just straight to prison with you. So I've got my adjustable power supply up here. I'm going to set it to 0 volts. This is our positive, this is our ground, so it's our sort of negative. I'm going to attach one of my leads to this. I say attach, there's not really any good way to grab onto you, so I'm just going to touch them to it and hold them on. It's showing me 5 volts on the adjustable power supply, so that's what the pack seems to be charged up to, about 5 volts. I'm just going to very slowly force a bit of charge in using my adjustable power supply. Put it up to 11 volts, 14 volts, 17 volts, 19 volts, and it's taking in 0.2 of an amp currently. Don't seem to have a very good connection, if I'm honest. There we go. 20 volts. 25 volts at 0.5 of an amp. Hopefully bringing it somewhere around the 30 volt mark. The charger will let it charge, and all its temp sensors and things will kick in. I don't know how long it's been sat for. Obviously these cells are too low to actually bring back. But what I want to know is, can I resell this? So it's seen dead cells. Will replacing all the cells make it work? That's what I'm doing this for. It's not to try and revive this pack, because this pack is not revivable. The cells have dropped too low for it to be safe. So we're up at 30 volts now. I've popped the current up to about 1 amp. I'm a bad person. I'm not afraid of losing all my hands. Having a feel around and making sure nothing's get stupid hot, stupid fast. So we're about 30 volts and the current is stable and the voltage is no longer increasing, which might mean dead cells and the power has just been converted directly to heat. So let's disconnect those. What I'm going to do is put my screws in there, over there. See if I can do this sensibly. I'm going to put this back on the board. Oh, another screw. Missed that one. No more. That should be making a connection. Press the BMS reset and try and plug in the charger and see what happens. So the charger is currently showing a green light. Popped and it's gone straight to no light. That's annoying. Oh, the charger just popped to red then. We're back to a green light now on the charger, which means it's not detecting completely dead battery. See, it's going green. Oh no, it's gone dead. Green light. I just want to see if it's revivable, because if it's not and you need to order a new battery, oh goodness, this is not going to be cost effective for me to fix. So green light there. What I'll do then, I'll get my power supply hooked back up to this. Fortunately there's not really anywhere I can clip my leads on. Kind of got to guess. There we go. The charger has gone red and it stopped. Charger is red. I'm seeing 34 volts increasing on my power supply and no amps being drawn. Ah, it wasn't making a proper connection. Ah, so with nothing to do with this, I had to push on there because I bet the pins weren't connecting properly because I didn't have it locked into place. But now look, the charger is red. The scooter,
Surfwheel starts.
Oh, Surfwheel starts. How exciting.
Surfwheel starts.
Surfwheel starts, it says. Oh, we're completely locked the wheel here, so it's like almost regen braking. I wonder if it doesn't let you do anything when it's charging. If I press on that button there, no, who knows? So it does seem to be revivable.
Surfwheel starts. Surfwheel starts.
Interesting. Maybe I need to let it charge up for a while.
Surfwheel starts.
Yeah, it's locked at the moment, this. There is an app. Maybe I need to do something with said app.
Surfwheel starts.
Who knows? These are hot, these whatever these are here. Very hot. Fets aren't hot. Nothing seems hot through the board. But certainly heat coming from there. A lot of heat out. We shall see. Anyway, we shall see. Hopefully, as long as if I can get it to power on without the charger connected, that means I'll be happy then that this is revivable and I can stick some new cells in this, because there can't be that many cells. If it's 11S and only 2 ampere, well, that means there are 11 cells in there, which is, I mean, quite doable, to be honest. It seems quite repairable to me. Just want to make sure the thing actually works first, so I'll have to cut back or something. Okay, we're going handheld for this bit. It's a reason why you should never charge a battery that's been dead, or if you do, you've got to keep an eye on it. Because if you look just there, I point with my screwdriver, I just had that battery on charge for a bit, and I checked it and I thought, oh, that's warm. You can see this discoloration here. That is a leaked cell. Can you see that bubbling? Just there. That is the electrolyte leaking out of a boiling cell. There. This is exactly how fires start. See it just there? Bubbles. It's exactly how it happens. Things like that, so a damaged or low voltage battery like that. So this is obviously, this cell might have leaked and gone low voltage. And just in there, see if I can zoom you in. Oh, there you go. See that nicely there? That is actually actively bubbling electrolyte out of the top of that leak. So you can see where it's discoloured here. So, good job I caught it. Good job I didn't leave the battery unattended, charging. Good job I was checking on it, because the temperature sensor being over here, underneath here somewhere, this bit's not that hot. Up here, on the other hand, I can barely touch. So, danger. As I do regularly say, don't do this. I was only doing this to see if the thing would turn on. It does seem to turn on, which is fantastic. But obviously this is not really a go. This is sort of a no-go. What I'd probably be inclined to do is chuck it away and buy a new one. The date code's 2019-02-25, so I don't know, the 25th of the 2nd, 2019, something like that. So the battery's already, it's 2024 now, May, so it's, it's already a couple of years old. Yeah, it's all quite hot, and you can smell an electrolyte in there. You can smell something leaking, and I'm glad I caught the thing, because it's not good. Yeah, it's all bubbling away down there. Not good, is it? Not good at all. I kind of want to take it out now. Shall I take it out? Let's take it out and have a look. That whole clip might have actually ended up being upside down because I was holding everything the wrong way, but we'll get to that, I suppose. Hopefully I can rotate that in the edit, as they say. Well, let's get this out of the way. And have a go at taking this apart while it's hot and bubbling, because that, it just seems like a great idea, doesn't it? It'll make for a good video, at the very least. I'm going to need some proper posy bits that are not all manky. Okay, that's a good one. That like that one might do the job. 1, 2, 3, 4. Is it only 4? Hopefully only 4. And then 2 big blobs of silicone that are going to need slicing. Given the state of this already, I'm going to cut through on the top of the cell. Not short the 2 cells out. Just give it a couple of slices. Same on this side. So I got all the way through that one. Right, big screwdriver. It's obviously carbon fibre screwdriver. I'd never put anything metal inside a battery or do anything irresponsible ever. There she comes. Nice. Oh, she's toasty. She's warm. So, how many cells have we got then? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Oh, so there are 11 cells. It must be a 12S pack then. Bizarre. Wonder what I should title this video. Why you should never charge a dead e-bike battery. Oh yeah. Oh, she's toasty. Yeah, it's all bubbled up underneath there. That's not good. What probably killed this pack was just one dead cell as well. It probably wasn't the whole thing. E-bike battery explosion imminent. E-skateboard battery meltdown. What's the most clickbaity thing I can come up with and get away with? Because it sort of needs to have actually happened. Who knows? Who knows? So anytime you're getting near anything around 50 volts, you don't want to be touching it with your bare hands because it can give you zaps. No one wants to be zapped with a battery. Not fun. You'd be electrified, because I think electrocuted is being killed from the act of electricity discharging through your soul. I'm pretty sure electrification is being shocked with electricity. There is a difference, I think. Okay, right, we've got our... Yep, they don't look discoloured and horrible, but I tell you what does is this guy up here. Of course I can't get it out. Oh, it stinks of electrolyte leaking. Absolutely stinks. So obviously, if something like this happened to you, it should go outside immediately. Bucket of sand. You know, something like that. Putting it on a charger is dumb. That's how you get little lithium fireworks, and the smoke, the vapours that are released in a battery fire is, I can't remember what it is. It's some kind of horrible hydrogen gas that melts the inside of your lungs. So yeah, there's a better look at that leaky cell there. It's just there. It's just bubbling away. Oh, scary stuff. Scary stuff. These are INR 18650P. I don't see a manufacturer on any of them. They'll just be sort of no-name cells. It's resellable, I think. Don't see why it wouldn't be. Just, you know, you need to pop nice cells in there, not whatever this shit is. Put it politely. Don't look too hard to do, really, does it? But, well, the more you know. Thank you very much for watching. Oh, there's the bottom of the case. in case anyone's interested. Thank you very much for watching. If you like this kind of thing, please feel free to leave a like rating. You can subscribe to the channel, because I do dumb stuff like this all the time. You can leave a comment, similar experience, telling me I'm an idiot, that my rings will make all my fingers explode, even though they're ceramic. And yeah, let's go from there. I'm going to confess that's not ceramic, but here we are. Yeah. Thanks very much for watching. Bye-bye. Okay, it's been a very, 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 very long time that this little battery has been sat on the side, doing not a lot. I've finally got round to having a minute to see if I can resell the thing. And it should just pop out of there. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 cells. And I've got here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Ooh. 8, 9, 10. There's a couple of bloody great spiders in the bottom of this box. They are dead, but it still terrifies me. Duh. I'm not a spider person. And that's not to say I'm not Spider-Man. I could be, but like, you know, someone who can deal with spiders. I got these cells. They are reclaimed 20Rs, so they are new but assembled in correct configuration. So there are a couple of little nubs on the end that need just tapping down. I just tap the edge of the cell on the edge of my bench vise just to knock them down flush. They're absolutely fine to spot weld over. It doesn't make a difference to the strength of the spot weld, but you want the surface to be nice and flush, because they've pulled the tab off to form the edge of the case ever so slightly, and you just want them to be flush for spot welding. But you see, like there was never a weld on that. It's you know, it's a brand new surface, so they are, yeah, the new cells like that one, but they were just I'm not sure if they've returns or what. It's odd that they've been spot welded on one side but literally nothing on the other for some of them. Some of them have. Some of them have been spot welded on both sides, but some of them just haven't. Who knows? Just get them all nice and flat. Tippy tappy, tippy tappy. And that means though that they were really, really, really cheap. All tap. Now this is probably the worst one of the lot, where it's just damaged the outer wrap there, and that bit's a bit sticky uppy. Okay, good as new-ish. I need insulating stickers to go over the end of them, like these bad boys. So I can stick 12 of them on there. They just go like that. Probably not going to bore you with all that. I'll cut back. Okay, right, they're all stuck on there like that. What I'm going to do is, because I'm probably going to forget where everything went, I'm going to make some marks on the board of, I don't know, line like that, that lines up with that part of the cell there. So when it's all off, I can hold it up and replicate exactly what I've got. And then I'll do one here and one here. That should then hopefully tell me where it all is. Right, I've got this. It's a new thing. It's a solder sucker or desoldering pump. So I've used the solder sucker before, and this is a desoldering pump. So hopefully I can, well, I guess you use this like a soldering iron, like that. Yep, and then you push the thing up, and it just takes almost all of the solder away. Which is pretty exciting. Oh, that's easier. I like that. So is that just free now? Something to pick at it with. Tiny bag, that will go well. Oh, look at that. Oh, that makes life easier, doesn't it? Fantastic. Right, let's start at the edge in a sensible place. I mean, that one's just free already, look. Brilliant. Nice and hot, and suck. Probably shouldn't touch that with my hand. Oh, I like this game. What a good bit of kit. No mucking about. Well, that's going to make my life a lot easier, isn't it? Brilliant. I shall just keep going, I suppose. Seems reasonably high wattage as well. Says it's a 40 watt, so 40 watt soldering iron. Regular solder mixed in. I have yet to work out how to empty the thing, because obviously at some point it's going to get full of solder in there, but literally just turned it on for the first time just now. What a neat bit of kit. I like it. Not really playing ball with this one, is it? Might need the big soldering iron on that one. It's a huge copper area that is sinking all the heat into this entire ground plane over here, so I think it's gonna struggle there, but and it's not really what this is designed for. I think this is designed for circuit boards, putting over the whole, putting over a leg of a component. Yeah, might need the big soldering iron on some of these, but for these smaller ones, brilliant. It's good that. Interesting. I can't be bothered to use that anymore, but if I had to desolder these pins, which I had to do on a battery recently and I couldn't, that's exactly the tool I wish that I had. How interesting. What I'll do though is I'll get the big one out, the 100-watt one. And that will make very short work of it. However, it will take ages to heat up, so I'm gonna cut back. Right, big one. It makes quite light work of that, which is fantastic. Obviously, it's quite unwieldy. And normally, if I wasn't filming, this entire thing would be about that far away from my face, so I could really get, you know, close to it and hold stuff properly. I should be using my ceramic tweezers for this, probably, so that I don't short anything out with the tweezers. Unfortunately, they are one of the screws have been lost, so they just spin. I need to repair that. So done, 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 done. Is that all the middle done? No, not quite. Got this one. This one to do next. Ow! That's the worst thing about these tabs, is when you lose grip on them, solder splashes everywhere. Got me on the arm, just got me on the end of my nose, which is lovely. Very enjoyable experience, that. Because sometimes you slip and it goes bing, and then molten solder flings all over your face. I don't like that. It's not my fave. Right. What do we think? Remove the stray metal objects out of the way. Is that ready to come off? Is it? Have a little look-see. It almost feels like it's free. What have I missed? Or is it just stuck on? Don't think I've missed a lot. Oh. Freedom? Come on. Freedom. Freedom! What's holding on? The temperature sensor's holding on. And a bit of silicone. There we go, look at that. It's out. So that's their super fun BMS. And this is the ball. These are the two. Get them folded down so I don't do any nasty shorting out things. And then these are the packs. Okay, I think I can replicate that without too much fuss. I'm just going to make 2 long rows of 2p and add some little tabs to it. So let's give that a go. Put that over there. Excuse me, put that over there. So, let's see, shall we? What we've got. Turn this off for a minute as well. I've dropped the cells in the bin. That's not good. Okay, crisis averted. They're not in the bin anymore. Right, so I'm going to build these probably like that, so that they're. I just have to unfold them. That's probably what I'm going to do. So we've got pos neg. Oh, it's not 2p, is it at all? Sorry. Pos neg. Pos neg. And then we're going to have exactly the same that way up, but opposite. So neg pos neg pos neg pos. Just like that. Give them a little squeeze in. That one that way. That way. One of those. And one of those. Nice and tight. Okay, so I'm just going to replicate 1, 2, 2, 1, 2, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Fantastic. Do I have any pre-made nickel that will do the job for me? Let's see. That. I'm sure I've got some little tabs somewhere. Where are they hiding? In a bag at the bottom? Need that. Is it in a bag at the bottom? Where is it? Here they are. No, they're not going to work. The tabs are central. That's a shame. Oh well. Not using that then, am I? I wonder if I used a piece of ladder, would it act the same? It would, wouldn't it? I could just use ladder. That would be easy. Okay. Is this the smaller stuff? This is the smaller stuff, isn't it? Or is this the smaller stuff? Ah, that's the smaller stuff. Okay. Right. Scissors. They're not on the floor, they're on the drawer where they're supposed to be. So, I need to do... Let's cut... ooh. Let's just start again so I stop being confused. Do the whole new piece of strip. So I'm doing that one over there. I need one with a little tab that goes over there. And I think there's plenty of room, so let's get little tabs. They'd be the little tabs. I'd cut one off, and I just need that part. But that's going to be awful. There's barely going to be any nickel going across there if I do that. Is there? Okay, let's try again. It's all a learning process. So if I go halfway across the strip, does that give me what I want? Too much. Like that. Ha! Done it. Okay. So I'm going to need bits like that. Barely worth it, is it? I might as well just use solid nickel and then weld on the tab separately. Because again, you've still got this tiny little bit of nickel holding on here. Just keep wasting nickel, shall we? It's a good fun. I want to do that, and I want to do that, but then leave a bit more of that tab, is that right? Is this the shape I want? A little eye piece. Ah! Looky. I have done it. Okay. Is that long enough? It's not quite as long as the original. So maybe I need to leave more of the tab. And importantly, does that even fit? Just. I'd have to get everything real central. I think, I'm not going to use ladder, that's fine. I think I'm going to go for just nickel and add on the little tabs separately. It's going to be the easiest option, I think. So, get all these welded up first. Gonna need pieces about that long. Right. Gonna need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then for the other side, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So I need 12 bits like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Okay, let's have a go at this then, shall we? Using my dough create, however we want to say it, spot welder again. Super easy, reliable welds. What more could I ask for? So the welds will look a bit ugly where I'm going over the original strip, but on ones like this where there's no original strip, the welds look lovely. This one's going to be the worst, I think. It's got that bit of a dent at the end of the cell. Not a dent, a bit of broken tab. Shouldn't affect it in any way. Yeah. Or maybe it will. Oh, it's barely welded, has it, that? Huh. The others seem nice and solid. Let's just redo that one. Might be a sign I need to yeah, end of my probes are looking a bit burned. I might give them a very quick little sand down. Bit of sandpaper here. That'll be better. Let's have a go at that, shall we? Oh yeah. That's not coming off. That doesn't feel good. It's because it wasn't. Why wouldn't you spot weld to anything? Oh. It's just terrible, that, isn't it? Interesting. Let's go for a bit less pressure. Well, that's more like it. Less pressure. Just trying to sort it out over those. Good. Over those unhappy bits. I say unhappy bits. I don't normally build packs with reclaimed cells like this, for exactly this reason of, you know, if I build one for a customer and then it decides it wants to stop working 6 weeks later because a tab popped off because it didn't spot weld properly, it's not worth the cost saving of the cells. But for this skateboard thing I'm mucking around with for myself, doesn't matter. Just a little bit of fun. That's better. Doesn't look pretty, does it? But I don't suppose that matters in the slightest. Right, we're going to need little tabs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 little tabs we're going to need. Lengthwise, they're going to need to be about that long. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And these can be super thin because they're effectively like the balance wires that you'd get on a regular BMS. They don't really carry any current, they just let it know the cell voltages. So these look like they're slap bang in the middle and hopefully not angled. It's a little hard to see because obviously I can't just stick my head there, because then you don't really get a very good view, but I'm sure it'll be close. I'll probably find these tabs are way too long and I'll need to trim them off, but we shall see. It works a lot better now I've sorted out the end of the spot welder. A little bit confused, I was just looking for the end of the other tab, but it's there, of course. But of course. Okay, so that's one side sorted. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ah, I'm going to need another one then, but that's fine. So I'm going to flip this whole pack that I'm copying over, and I'm going to flip this whole pack that I'm copying over, and I'm going to remove this so I can see exactly what's going on underneath it. Kind of wanted to reuse this, so if I could avoid mucking it up too much, that'd be nice. There we go, let's put that. What way round was that? It was that way, wasn't it? Yeah, it was that way. Because the barley paper was on the outside for each of these. No! Just come off in one piece, you bugger. I want to barely even think about reusing it. Oh. Right, and then we've got, oh that's unfortunate, I've chosen a proper bashed up cell here for the end. What a wally, so I can just... That's a lot better, much fatter. I don't mean bashed up, I mean the tabs all sticky up. Right, so we've got our main negative terminal just here that just comes out and over. Then we've got tab, tab. This is a joiny one, I think. I don't even know which one's main neg and which one's main pos because there's a joiny one. Who knows? It doesn't matter. Anyway, that one gets a tab that goes that way as opposed to joining across them like that. So if I do these two here, that shouldn't short anything else, should it? Nope, fantastic. That's not really in the middle. Put that back. So these two Here, knee joining. Oh, I buggered that right up. Well, it's happened now. It's not exactly in the middle, is it? Ugh. The probe's just slipped. It's blown a hole right through that. Two more here. Good, and one more here. You can see our bad cell on this now. Let's go for one of those. One of those. That's not taken, I can see that. Give an extra one. Not coming off. Right. In terms of little tabs then, let's just get these out of the way. Neg, 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 neg. Only on the negs, which is great. Let's just do 4 of those. I'll know if I've put these all wonky because it will not slide back into the onto the BMS if I have. Hopefully, not too bad, but without that one is wonky. I can see that. So is that one. Great. This is all going very well, swimmingly. Yeah, this is why I try not to film, because I say try not to, it's why I don't always film. Yeah, it really does interfere with what you're doing. And also, I'm not meant to swear. And sometimes when things go wrong, the swearing helps, makes it me feel better. This looks ugly. Don't like it. Right, 1, 2, 3, 4 more tabs. Going straight out. How long do they want to be? They weren't that long, these, were they? They weren't crazy long. Let's probably just go for something about that kind of length for the positive ones. I think they're just the same all round, pos and neg. Let's go for 4 of those. I'm not going to bother doubling any of this up. I don't think that this thing draws much power at all. And over the length that we're talking about here, it's not like it's a long bit of nickel that's going to get really hot. It's a very, very, very short length. So I think we shall be quite alright. That looks nice. Let's do another one. Why not? And then we've got something over here. I'm going to turn on my big soldering iron again now in advance. Let's hope these aren't all too wonky. Do this negative one. Good. And then our last negative one over here. This is horrendous looking, isn't it? It's awful. The dog did it. And that, Spotwell did not take. I could hear that, didn't take. Better. Hopefully it's very obvious that hammering the end of a cell is dumb. You should not do that. That's why I don't like really reusing used cells. It's a bit pointless. Let's stick that back on there. And let's stick that back on there so don't get confused about what way up it all went. Release all these bad boys. Those. Pop that over there. Okay, so they went together like that originally, and the lines on the BMS that I drew on tell me that that is how that all set. Yep, there's one there. Because if I put that way up, this does not line up. So that was that way. And that's a pos. And that's a neg. So if I lie that down just the same. So hello, we're moving. And this one a pos, is it? That one's a pos, and that one's a neg. I hope. Yeah. That must be a neg under there, which it is. And that must be a pos under there, which it is. Fantastic. We've got two there, one there, one there. One right next to it. Big gap, 1, 2. We've got one gap, gap. We've got one gap, gap. Fantastic, that is all how I want it to be. I think I'd like to put a bit of tape around this group of cells, like that, to keep them all squeezed. What should I use? Kaplan tape? Okay, you've convinced me. Stuck to the end one, put them under tension, and there we go. Hello, you're not lined up, are you, sir? That's better. Bit of that. I must confess, this is not some of my finest work. Species. There we are. I think if I did battery look like this on a customer's battery, I don't think I'd send it out. I'd end up pulling it all apart. Although, when the tabs are all cut even, and if I hadn't used reclaimed cells, I don't think it would matter. Obviously I wouldn't reuse that, you'd get a new piece of barley paper. Oh, I knew that was going to happen. I stabbed myself in the finger. Is it bleeding? Is it bleeding? Is it bleeding? It might not be bleeding. Probably because the end of my standing knife isn't actually sharp, and that's what I'm trying to stab with. That end is. Oh yeah. Huh. It's so blunt it didn't cut me. Incredible. Okay, right. Groups are together. Let's rob this bit of barley paper, if I can. Yes. Reduce, reuse, recycle, or whatever it is. I don't know anymore. So that bit. I wonder if these are glued together. I think these are glued together with a bit of CA glue. Let's stick you on like so. Excuse me. Foldy, 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 foldy. You gonna come off in one piece? Go on, you know you want to. You don't want to go in the bin. Yes, very good. Let's get that all mocked up there like that. Okay, so, oh, I don't want these touching quite like they just did. That's a terrifying thought. So short out a battery pack. That should go like that. And this should just slide on over it. Correct? Correct. How on earth am I going to get that to do what I want? Separated slightly, separated slightly, separated, separated, and then straight up. There's no way that's going to work. Right, those are easy because they go straight on the outside. It's only going to be the middle ones that cause me grief. Correct? Ah, temp sensor, of course. Don't forget that. Bloody hell. Something shorted out somewhere. Probably put them down a bit more. I think I shorted out the two groups on the main power connector there. How am I going to avoid doing that? Maybe put a temporary layer of tape over it, I suppose. What's the cheapest tape? Electrical tape is the cheapest tape, isn't it? Or I could just put it over the connector. I could just put it over the connector. That's better. Okay. Well, that's something to watch out for, isn't it? Right, straight up, slightly apart, slightly apart. I knew something like that was going to happen. At least that one was on camera. Hopefully you can see it this time. I know I had something like that happen before and no one could even see. Very sad. Right, on, on. There down the middle, this one isn't. Okay. Use the end of a pen because I'm a professional. I think my nickel's too wide. Bollocks. Tiny pliers. Tiny pliers. I think the nickel's a bit too wide there. Okay, off it comes. where these strips are, they're going to need cutting down there. It's not going to go otherwise. Well, that doesn't cut, does it? It's awful. It's like a tin snips job, is it? Yeah. I could just fold it round on itself. It was probably completely out of frame, everything I just did there. My apologies. It just looks even worse. But, you know what they say? Just bodge it, right? That's what they say. Okay. Attempt number 167. Nothing's going to short. Right. Right. It's horrendous. I hate packs that build like this. Crap. It's going to short out. Okay, let's give that a go. Temp sensor in. Yes. Surely that's going to short out there in the middle. Don't really want to be holding this, but here we are. Okay. It is doable. It is doable. That connector being there is a dumb design, isn't it? Stupid. Okay. I think we're all in. Right. Seems like it's just held down by mental. Okay, right, anyway, let's start popping some of these tabs on. That's enough of that. Where's my ceramic tweezers? Where did I put them? Over here. Okay, that's disgusting. Nice, next. My tab's not long enough. looks. It is actually just long enough. Turn that off so we don't have to listen to the world's most annoying noise. I've got to clean those up, they look horrid. Better. This is why I don't do the Mark II G-Tech batteries anymore. Because they are equally god-awful to resell. They've got this tab system. Right, that one's too long. It's got to be dealt with. How do I do it without shorting out on anything else? I don't know. Just like that. The solder takes a very long time to go off, doesn't it? But we are very slowly getting there. I think this just joins the two halves of the pack together. This bit here, because obviously it's on the same plane, they're clearly joined. Oh no, that one was not easy to bend. Get a bit of solder on that. I need to use two handies to get that down. Oh, hello. Okay. Getting there, very, very slowly, but we are getting there. Okay, right, I've got to now try and get these tabs. I should have probably pulled them through before. Oops. Not my finest moment, that. How am I going to do this? Oh no! Oh no, look! We've had a failure of the spot weld. That might be one of the early ones I did there. Before I sharpened sanded the probes off. Well, at least we got it. Oh dear. Not get any easier, does it? Where's my impact gone? There it is. Just put you up there. Let's get you out. I think I might title this video Epic Fail, What Not to Do, Don't Try This at Home, etc. All of the above things. Stupid tabs on the cells. What I want is my tiny roll of tiny nickel strip. Did I put it back in here? No, but I got another one. That'll do. Suppose at least that answers how I'm going to get it through the gap that I need to get it through. This is so very professional. On straight. Right. Anyway, before that small disaster occurred, I do believe I was in the middle of trying to work out how to get that strip up there, but I have figured it out. It's just brake stuff. How long does this board stay hot for? It's insane. It's ugly. I don't like it. So someone's just peed solder everywhere. Right, how do I do this without shorting anything out? I suppose one at a time is the answer, isn't it? So let's go for... Yeah, that's never going up there without shorting out, is it? Let's cut this one well away. But the outside of this will be connected to ground, won't it? But if ground's not connected yet, I'll be okay. Right, let's wish me luck. See if this all goes bang. Really should have put that through first. But I guess it's all a learning experience, right? Yeah, I'm just rolling that through there. It is working amazingly. Look at me go. So good at this. Okay. Right, let's get that one connected then. while I can, because yeah, it's not gone that well, this whole thing, has it? Do, 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 do. How's it still hot? There we go. Right, last one, then two more. So not quite the last one really, but getting awful close. Getting awful close. There's that one. Oh God. Get out of there. And wait a bit longer. Right, two more. It's a proper stick of solder this time. Last one. Excuse me. Will it all go bang? That's the question, isn't it? And why did I make the tab too short? It's the other question. What's a Wally? Oh. Come on. Oh. It's just a joke, this whole video, isn't it? Just a joke. Really. Well, there are many takeaways to be had from this. One, the important one, yes, it's possible to resell it. Two, am I ever going to do this again? Absolutely not. What a horrible, 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 horrible thing to do. The solder joints are ugly because you've got to keep pressure on them. I think if you're with enough attempts at it, you could flow it nicely. I probably need to apply flux. It's probably half the reason is that my solder's not fluxed properly, but that's fine. That's cosmetic. I can fix that. Excuse me. Button. Exciting. What else have we got? We've got the spot welds on the cells. Obviously, yeah, they're fine. Normal cells without the bits of nickel on, not a problem. That's okay. And then the length of the tabs. I'd want to get them all uniform. See, this one's actually a little longer than the others and it sticks out, but then I had ones like this last one, whereas realistically that's too short. There's a tiny bridge of solder there that's going to melt when this thing's put under a decent load. So that's obviously not ideal. What we probably should do is pop a bit of solder covered nickel on there and bridge it with that. That's probably what I should do, so I can grow an extra hand when I do this. Yes, acrobatics. Nope, can't do it. Just melt the surface then. Oh, that's probably going to get quite warm quite quickly. Oh, it's fine, that's kind of what I wanted it to do. Cool, just throw things. Throwing things is fine. And that I need to buy new tweezers, replace the bolts in these things, because that is infuriating when that happens. Yeah, what's the joke, that, isn't it? Don't buy tweezers from AliExpress. The shit. I mean, they are unfortunately a little lackluster, my YouTube age limiting friend. Okay. Right, that is suitably diabolical. What a joke. Great, go me, well done. Fantastic. Let's stick that in there. There's also this flex on where the cells fit to the board. I think the old ones had a bit of silicone here, but I can feel that, you know, where I've not put things together completely perfectly, there's a bit of movement like that. Might all go away once this strip goes through there, actually. If it goes through there, have I made it too tight? Will it even fit? It's a good question, isn't it? Ah, I bet that takes the wiggle away. What a design. What a design. Okay, so I need to make one consistent gap up the length of this, because this central plastic rib here fits in there. Looks awfully close to doable, doesn't it? Oh yeah, might fit, you never know. Go on. Oh, something's a little bit tight there. Oh, something's happened. Okay, did I just pop a spot weld off? No, but there is a tab there that pushes right on that. Oh, well look at that, that's actually quite solid in there. Fantastic. Should we see if it works? Let's see if it works. I'm just going to tidy this up. I will cut back. Okay then. I've got the original charger here. Got this thing here. Let's see what happens. Oh!
Surfwheel starts.
Surfwheel starts. So it feels like the brake is on.
Surfwheel begins in manual mode.
Oh, yeah, look, you can go that way.
Surfwheel begins in manual mode.
Who knows what that said. Or you can go this way. It probably doesn't have a clue what's going on because it's upside down, thinking about it.
Surfwheel begins in manual mode.
Who knows what that says? Who knows? Let's try charging it, shall we? Nope. That button on the BMS there doesn't seem to do anything at all, bizarrely. Why put it there? Okay. Power off.
Surfwheel starts.
It doesn't make a proper connection unless you're doing that. Right. Let's try the charger. It charges.
Surfwheel starts.
I'd say that's close enough to working that I'm happy that it has succeeded. I say happy. I'll never be happy about that, but you know, I will accept. I will accept it. Okay, so this one side. Okay, well then, there you go. There you go. Now, it's been sat here for so long that I do not remember what screws went where. All I know is I've got this pot of random screws from other things. I'm hoping that this one with the red on it went through here because that's how that should be. See these shorter screws with red stuff, because I can see a little bit of red stuff on the board there. I don't remember. It's been a while. But let's say that they're the appropriate ones. 1, 2, or 3 of them. If I have 4, it will confirm my theory. I do have 4. So I'm going to say that it takes those. I know obviously I've got the video I could look back on, but where's the fun in that? You know, where's your sense of adventure? And a screwdriver. Let's see. That needs taking off. That's what that needs. That stuff needs taking off. That's helpful. It comes off the outside, but not in the screw head where I want it to come off. I love that form. I'm just going to push it really hard with the impact driver. Hope it goes in. Yes. I have lost one. Luckily, I was filming and I could always look back and see which way it rolled. And then there's this one. There we go. That's not actually done up, but the others are. I think it's the solder mask they've put over this, stopping it. Putting it in the head is really unhelpful. Well, that's as much as that's getting done up. And then I need this bad boy. And what way up do you go? The reset button probably needs to line up with the reset button, which is up there. Yep. Fantastic. And then I guess 4 screws go out from the back, 4 go in to lock it in the board. And I've done a thing, I've fixed something. 1, 2, 3, 4. I've got more. I've got extras. It's terrifying, isn't it? Absolutely terrifying. Did these go in there? Maybe they went in there. Let's say that they did. See what happens. Oh, well, that feels promising. Sure, why not? There's that one. I've only ended up with 1 screw left, which probably came out of this side, which is actually for a different battery, so fair enough, it's allowed, isn't it? Right, that can go. Oh, hello. Something won't click. Great. Okay. That can go in here, in the board. Sit in it like that.
Surfwheel starts.
Surfwheel starts. And then these lovely fellas. 1, 2, 3, 4. Can go on there. With a lovely flathead screwdriver. Just like that. You're probably going to be out of frame in a sec, but okay. The reason I can't remember if I said in the original videos, I was on holiday and I bought this from eBay, broken. The reason I was interested is because it's got such a small battery. See, 86 watt hours, so that's 43.2 volts, 2 amp hour is, you know, tiny, and that's actually a battery that you can take on an aeroplane. So if you wanted to take this with you somewhere, you actually could. I think you have to take the battery out and separately, but that, you know, it's 4 flathead screws. It's not that much of a big deal. I don't. After having looked at some reviews, I don't think it's actually very good. But you know, here we are. Let's see. Press that. Lean that way. Oh bloody hell! Off it goes. Press that. Lean that way. Oh, off it goes. It feels sensorless. It feels sensorless. It does things anyway. It's exciting, isn't it? I'm going to leave it on charge and see if it blows up. And that's going to be the end of this, thankfully.
Surfwheel begins in manual mode.
It sounds like it goes faster. Oh, hello. Where are you off to, sir? Ah, and then the brake is always applied when you're not pressing down. So if I press that because I want to go, off I go. Yep. And then when I don't want to, I let off that, and look, the brake is on. Interesting. Crap. But interesting. Very good. Well, if you liked watching this absolute hellish adventure, let me know. You can like the video, comment, tell me that this is a bomb. Subscribe. I do stuff like this. Normally it's not quite this this level of awful, but you know, just pretend we didn't see this one. You can become a channel member, all sorts of fun stuff. And yeah, thanks for watching. Bye bye.